Greetings, everybody. Today is Friday. You made it through the week. Be encouraged. The Lord was with you, and He helped you this week. We are continuing our daily Psalms for hope, and today we look at Psalm 35. This is a psalm by David. It's long, so we're only gonna do maybe start at verse 15 and go through 28. So get out your Bibles and let's look at that. But first, I just wanted to say that sometimes when I go through these Psalms, and David talks a lot about his struggle with his enemies and how they have their way with him sometimes, and he frets about that. His heart is vexed about that. And so he brings that to the Lord. But sometimes I like to look at these tirades against enemies, not necessarily as a physical thing, but more of a spiritual thing, where we're fighting the enemy of the spirit, which is Satan himself. First Peter says, your adversary, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking someone to devour. And there is a spiritual warfare that happens around us. We can't see it, and it's very hard to understand. It's very hard to get into, to explain. But I believe it does exist. And you can take sometimes these words of the psalm and apply it to the adversary that is trying to tear you down mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And so just the context of that, I want you to just kind of remember that as we go through this. You don't always have to read it that way, but sometimes I like to do that. So starting at verse 15, it says, But at my stumbling they rejoiced and gathered. They gathered together against me. Wretches whom I did not know tore at me without ceasing. They like profane mockers at a feast. They gnash at me with their teeth. How long, O Lord, will you look on? Rescue me from their destruction, my precious life from the lions. I will thank you in the great congregation. In the mighty throng I will praise you. Let not those rejoice over me who are wrongfully my woes, and let not those wink the eye who hate me without cause. For they do not speak peace, but against those who are quiet in the land. They devise words of deceit. They open wide their mouths against me. They say, Aha, aha. Our eyes have seen it. You have seen, O Lord. Be not silent. O Lord, be not far from me. Awake and rouse yourself for my vindication, for my cause, my God and my Lord. Vindicate me, O Lord my God, according to your righteousness, and let them not rejoice over me. Let them not say in their hearts, Aha, our heart's desire. Let them not say, We have swallowed him up. Let them be put to shame and disappointed altogether who rejoice at my calamity. Let them be clothed with shame and dishonor who magnify themselves against me. Let those who delight in my righteousness shout for joy and be glad and say evermore, Great is the Lord, who delights in the welfare of his servants. Then my tongue shall tell of your righteousness and of your praise all the day long. Did you see, when I was reading that, I just got these glimpses of, this spiritual warfare going on for my soul. Because there are things that I do that I do not want to do, is what Paul says in Romans chapter 7. And there is this constant battle going on inside of me for right and wrong. And I believe that, the enemy, the spiritual enemy, is active and trying to get you to do things you don't want to do, or to hate, or to be angry or other emotions that we shouldn't be doing. And it just if you look at it that way, you can kind of read into that as you go through something like this. But God is not silent. He is not far from me, where David says in 22, "O Lord, be not silent. O Lord, be not far from me. Awake and rouse yourself for my vindication, for my cause, my God and my Lord." Well, that's been done and continues to be done every day for the sake of our souls. Jesus is victor, and because he bore that victory on a cross, we always have that to turn to and to know that there is nothing in this world that can take that away from us. That victory is ours. And no matter how hard the enemy tries to persuade us and have us doubt and have us not trust and have us rely on self, the victory has been won on the cross. Great is the Lord who delights in the welfare of his servant. Then my tongue shall tell of your righteousness and of your praise all day long. Let that be your heart's song this weekend as you head into the weekend. For great is the Lord that you serve. Great is the Lord that gives you all that you desire, all that is right and salutary for you and for your benefit. May you know that today. May you dwell in that today. May that be encouragement to you today. And let it carry you through the weekend. Be a blessing and be blessed, and we'll see you next time.